अरे ले रहा है
अरे मोबाइल साइलेंट पे डालना पड़ेगा
क्यों
हाँ, मोबाइल
साइलेंट
silent
बंद
पे
कर दो इसको
मेरा भी साइलेंट है
मोबाइल
यार
नाइस introduce yourselves
नहीं first
Pause.
pause that pause हाँ
क्यों
you record हो रहे हो
हाँ
तो पहले questions का एक बार पता तो चल जाए
क्यों
डायरेक्ट रिएक्शन
Direct.
first introduce yourselves and what do you play in the band
Okay, hi. We are Infernal Wrath and I'm the vocalist. He's JP.
I play drums. I'm JP. I am Sushant. I play the keyboard. I'm Pradeep. I play the guitar. Manish. I play guitars. I'm Dian. The bass guitar.
that's true question is yours give me that
How do you define the band, the music, and the feel of the entire band?
Feel. I mean that is the feel of the band is what we are trying to say as a concept over here. That is what we're trying to put forth the concept, whatever we are thinking, whatever message that we're trying to say. We're trying to say that through our music, and I think that's the feel of what Infernal Wrath is.
to be more specific what about the genre and the kind of music that you play
Well, there are many genres. Like we also play extreme metal, but we don't only play extreme. We play music.
Tell us a story so far, like how the band was formed and how did you guys.
and more important the idea behind the band
The idea behind the band is to play music and getting together. And Pradeep like formed the band. Like I wanted to do this music from long time, and I was behind Pradeep from long time. Like play with me, play with me, play with me. So at last I got him to play with me, and we jammed for some time. Afaq joined in, and slowly the other members joined in. And initially there was no direction like what we wanted to play, but slowly as on we were jamming and the chemistry happened, and the music is this what you're playing right.
एक second hold कर और जी बोलो कि कहीं से शिफ्ट सीट से बच गया तुम लोग का शैडो आ रहा है सीधा ठीक है मस्त
Since you said you guys not just play one kind of music, you play a lot of you have like a lot of different styles inside the music. I think so. Can you tell us what kind of influences does each member or the entire band has to really?
Well, I've been listening to a different kind of music so far. I started with, you know, glam rock, like Rihanna, Bon Jovi. I used to like listen to it earlier, but then got into heavy metal like Metallica, Megadeth, Iron Maiden and stuff. And then later started listening to a lot of Cannibal, Deicide, Slayer, Sepultura and stuff. And then Nile. And apart from that, Nile and Behemoth. Apart from that, I'm also listening to some other stuff like Carl Sanders' project and Velvet Revolver, Zach Wild's project, the Black Label Society, Europe. So these are the bands which I listen to, and I get influences from all these bands.
Basically, for everyone, it's different.
Yeah.
Different genre. We just listen to what we like, and it's the listening. You keep on listening to it again hardstyle, it comes because the sound is distortion and heavy. It comes in a
Though all of
metal
us, though all of us love metal, extreme metal, we also love a lot more different styles of music, and that is the metal is what is common between us.
Well, if you ask us what we are listening to right now, we are not actually listening to metal. Maybe JP is listening to a lot of different, like different genres, like more into jazz. Afak is listening to something else. It's not exactly metal. I'm listening to something different. These guys must be listening to something different. So none of us are like totally into metal. Not like if you are listening to a metal band and then we are coming out with that kind of. No, we are
That
listening
is
to
that
different
is the
things.
listening part of it. But when we come together and we try to put it like our own way, it comes naturally. It comes in a metal form. Can you tell us like who among you mostly writes the lyrics for the songs and what would be the influences behind the and also what kind of topics do you deal with regarding the lyrics of the song?
Well, when I initially it was decided that okay, they'll go with me as a vocalist. He just simply asked that we believe in God and we don't go lyrics. It's okay. But even then, there was no such concrete idea of what we really wanted. We were jamming, we were doing covers, we were playing shows here and there. In between all that, probably we were also having conversations of what we wanted to say. Your composition has started happening. Along the way, we thought that okay, we'll do something more concrete as a concept, and then something I was working on for my personal interest. I just said, fine, if everybody believes in a certain basic things, so as a band, we all believe in self-realization. Like end of the day, what really matters is what you understand of within, what's inside of me is most important, like irrespective of what everything is. And aptly put, that's the name of the album, and that somewhat is the concept. Like we all believe in different religions, we have our own way of connecting with the higher power of if you believe there is or there is not, whatever the truth may be. For each one of us is different. And this album, it is not what the truth is. It's the journey that's important. What I've done these lyrics is that in many cultures, be it now, be it past, since medieval, ancient, modern, major religions, of there are many people who have realized in their lifetime. They've understood the truth, and some of their teachings have become the religion of say today. But in essence, all of them say the same thing: that if you want to find the truth, it's within you. It is very sad today that politics is used as a religion, and we live in a world where people kill each other in the name of religion, be it whatever religion. Whereas the people who realized when they spread the message was of total love and compassion, which is totally lost. So as a band, we are using those verses, those prophecies of things that they were talking about, say the apocalypse, of a Messiah who will come in the future and save everyone. We are saying yes, the Messiah will come, but not someone else. It's within you. It's inside of you. And that's what we are trying to say of this journey of this Messiah who comes in all these scriptures, what he's experiencing, and what we have to understand out of what these stories are. Because each religious text, if you notice, is a story. Ramayana is a story of brothers. Mahabharata, the Bhagavad Gita is about two guys talking in a battlefield. Quran talks about different stories of different people. So does the Bible. They're just stories of people who go through experiences and attain self-realization. The aim is not to get into the details, but to understand in general that whatever it is, however you may want to believe, whatever the truth is there for you is with you. That's the concept.
Uh, can you tell us what kind of Indian bands and which you like personally, and you think that would be influences for in some way or the other in your music?
Naked Out would be a very big influence on Infernal Wrath. If there was no Naked Out, I don't think there would be
Yeah,
Infernal Wrath.
because we were all kids learning from Irvin Welsh, and we used to be in his jam room and see how they compose songs and how they write material. So it helped us a lot in our music to make compose.
When there is Millennium, I mean, back in 90s, they released a metal album. They were on MTV, Headbangers. And then there are, of course, a lot of bands. Then there is, for a very long time,
Millennium.
there was, see, like there was Millennium. There were many metal bands. Like, the whole culture was so fun. So I think all those bands, and seeing bands at Ranghavan performing and dreaming, Kasha could be one. I think all those bands, all those gigs have influenced us to be here on stage. Here.
Yeah, oh yeah. Hmm. Okay.
क्या हुआ?
No, because you answered two questions about
Cell phone. तेरा बजा?
Two questions. Sorry.
नहीं, even before I could ask, even before I could ask you the question, you answered it. That's what I'm wondering what to ask you.
The next question.
Okay, since you said that you guys have been in the jam room and attended shows in Ranghavan and during the
And
times of,
other gigs,
yeah,
yes.
the old times like I would say 5 years back, 5 years back.
5, 6.
What do you think how the scene has progressed and how is it standing now in Bombay?
I think for all of us will be different answers.
That's the main thing, right?
See, the bands have been improved because before the scene was more into covering some other bands. Now the bands are coming up with their originals and their own albums. But before the scene was good because you had so many venues to play, and now there are like very few no venue in Bombay where a metal band can go and perform. That's the sad part of the scenario. But yeah, the bands in the original composition vibes, it's better than because at least they are trying for their own sound now.
And what do you think is the basic problem apart from the venue? Apart from the venue problem that is going on in the Bombay scene, what other problems do you see in the scene here
There are
from the different cities?
Yeah, there are many. First of all, there is no place where bands can come and jam. Not much places there bands can come and jam. Equipment is not available. Whatever you want to buy, you get it at the low end series. You don't get the high end series model. Whatever you want to buy for good sound and stuff. And plus the shows. If there are shows happening, even the bands feel nice, to practice and go and play what they practice on. But if there are no shows happening, there is no motivation. You just play, and there's no place to go and perform. So then after some time it's get little irritating for bands to come in the jam room and jam together.
Maybe if you were to add.
और क्या?
Someone else also talk apart from
They are the key members.
अच्छा.
What do you think about the lack of women in the Indian scene?
as musicians.
As
Let's get this.
Yeah, not about fans. I'm talking about musicians on stage.
कभी सोचा नहीं.
In one way it's good because there is a lot of attention on us then.
As long as you have women in the crowd, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Girls are a little
Yeah.
scared, I guess. Maybe. because
Yeah,
your
ऐसा कुछ
parents
नहीं.
might just
I don't think it makes a difference, dude. After my like, you don't see Yasmin playing drums. Oh, एक लड़की बजा रही. No, dude. वो वैसे भी फाड़ती है. So you're looking at a Fado drummer and a Fado guitarist and a great band rather than some chick playing
see.
something.
I think girls are still into that, Bollywood type of music. Maybe I love you, you love me, this that stuff.
नहीं बॉस, हिमेश रेशमिया सुनने वाला लड़का लोग भी बहुत ट्रेन में चलता है.
Yeah, the same goes with the boys also. But then talking about girls, the ratio, if you see, you can figure that out. Like girls are still they have a long way to go. But I think now maybe in a couple of years the scene might change. You might see a few girls, forming bands and then coming out on stage and like kicking ass. Maybe that could happen.
Especially if you're talking about metal scene, then it's okay. Your question is right. If you think about any other music, I don't think so. Girls are behind. Like girls are like pretty much into tabla and keyboards and guitars, but especially in the metal scene, they're not so much.
Because the metal is still underground here. Like very very few people listen to metal, and even bands like Metallica, they are not even getting that kind of an airplay on commercial music channels. So obviously, it's going to be really difficult. We are just talking about something which is far, far away from the scene, but still we have maybe some kind of hope in the future. You can see some chicks coming out and kicking ass.
Right now, we are happy to see them in the crowd and we enjoy.
Yeah.
Much more better. What are your opinions on the commercial music in the country and the emo music that's being played right now?
The commercial music, meaning Bollywood music, you're talking about, or what?
The Bollywood or
Since
all kind
Bombay
of.
is basically the
Bollywood
place,
scene. अच्छा.
and this is basically where there is another scene as well, which is metal and I'll rock. say it's totally subjective, because everyone is not necessarily everyone should understand the technicality of music. It's just music. If you're working like your ass out for 11 hours a day, and some Bollywood song is giving you that happiness, it's okay. It's not a problem at all. Like it's made a scene like Bollywood music. It's okay. It's crappy sometimes, but people are enjoying it. It's okay. No
Not
problem.
sometimes, most of the time it's crappy.
It doesn't matter, dude.
Yeah.
Like there is an audience for that music.
Yeah.
That is why that music is there.
Yeah.
And we believe that there's an audience for this music. Therefore, something like for us should also be there.
I'm done with all your questions.
What? Seriously, dude, there are more questions.
Then तू सीधा
Ask
पूछ
about lunch, no? Like what you had lunch.
Yeah. Religion.
Out of the not religion. You already answered that.
क्या religion?
क्या
क्या
That's
question
what I
है?
said.
हाँ,
That's what I said. Right?
You said
Acha.
no, but it's not.
There's a question regarding religion also, but you already answered it when you were explaining that. So what's the point in asking?
What's the question?
But maybe he has another answer for it.
Yeah. Okay. Acha, is it still rolling?
Yeah, it's still rolling.
Amazing.
ये सब intakes सब leak हो जाएगा.
Super जाएगा. Anyway, you guys have been in like what do you call around 5 or 6 years past also, like you have attended shows in London as you said. Can you tell us something which you remember from that particular time, which is there in your mind, like some very amazing moment which you cannot forget?
Well, I come from a very remote place. Okay, there's no music
Village.
Well, we all come.
We all come. Like we all come.
They all come. I stand to disagree, man.
Okay, fine. The metal scene exists over there.
That's
But then
the
10
most
years
important
back
thing
it
over
was not. 10 years back it was.
Yeah.
Not. So I came to know about this fest called Death Fest from one of my friends, and those days it was very hard to find metalheads around the place where I used to live, and that was my first live gig which I attended, the Death Fest 2000. Raspberry's Lawn, and I was like crazy looking at all these bands, and Cryptos was the headlining act, and it was like one of the best shows I've like ever seen so far. After that, like Cryptos was amazing. So I think that's one of the greatest moments, catching Nolan, on stage, really ass-kicking performance. So I think that's the one of the greatest moments I ever have since.
And I think going down to Rangbawan was like one of the big things for me. Like standing in the rain, standing in the queue, and then seeing bands like what? AFS, Acquired Funk Syndrome.
AFS, PDV.
Yeah, some super bands like
Brahma.
yeah,
Brahma.
yeah.
Scepter.
Yeah, Scepter was good back then.
Ah.
Yeah.
They had a different kind of sound, I guess. No, I think they still have the same sound. But yeah.
Nahi,
That was
but
quite
still, dude, 2003, the last song they won. I mean, lucky bastards. They played Rangbawan. I mean, that's what we can say.
Yeah, that's the venue. Now you
can't play.
you don't get the venue to play. Rangbawan is the venue, Like it's so they're lucky like bands have played there.
Yeah.
So, and we have attended gigs there, and I used to be in the mosh pits then. आगे वहाँ पे सब तोड़ा फोड़ा I used to be right there, like in the first, second row.
You used to be all over the place.
हाँ
Yeah.
वो भी है. But those were the gigs, man.
And like when I got into the scene, like I was not that lucky to see Rangbawan. I landed up directly in Chhatrapati on Delhi. So like it was directly watching Mind Snare and everything. Like so, no Agni, no Brahma, nothing. Directly Chhatrapati. That's it.
Uh, okay. Now, how did counterculture happen? Because from what I recall, speaking with Afaq some time back, you guys were like, you had a hard time finding a record label. You guys came off counterculture, and then you guys have actually landed up with counterculture now. So, what is the story with the record label? How have you gotten to make this album the way it is?
It's a long, long, long journey. We started this album in 2007, I guess. And if I start telling the story about the whole recording process, it will take some ages. But
Forever lasting
just for
journey.
counterculture, Naveen is the band manager. He helped us a lot in this thing. And Vijay Nair is such a good person. He helped us like without taking any cuts or whatever deal. He just gave us the record label, and it's so nice of him to help us out in that way. And there was like we just asked him and he helped us. That's it. There's no big story. We were confused like what to do because it's the first album for us. It's the first experience for us to record an album, produce it, and get it out in the market. So it's just an help from him. That's all we can say.
I think initially it was a little bit difficult with counterculture because there were news of counterculture might go with some other record labels, but then again I think things sorted out and we got it done.
It's just a help from
Yeah.
their side. That's it.
We're just glad and we're happy and we thank counterculture to
Help
put
us
them
out.
on their record, put us on their record.
And we got
और क्या? और ठीक है. Thank you.
Any last words?
Dijing, 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 dijing.
Buy
बोला
our
ना?
albums.
Buy album, dijing, dijing.
Thank you guys. You guys are doing a wonderful job.
Yeah.
Front profile, side profile.
Okay, left.
Mother chod.
Okay, so what are your future plans for the
पीछे
band?
पीछे पीछे.
Shining. So, you guys just.
अबे यार ऐसा सबको भिजवा के मेरे को भेजो.
नहीं. Then that's
क्या यार? शाना है तुम लोग.
you guys just released an album.
We didn't technically release the album. The album will be released.
Okay, the album. Okay, whatever. You guys are just releasing the album. So, what are your plans next after this? Are you guys, planning for another album? Compositions are on, or
Well, Vaisa, every band dreams of continuing this forever, and we want to do that if you ask us that way. But as of right now, the plans are merely try to tour as much as possible and push this album wherever we can. That's the plan.
so you haven't yet thought about new compositions?
Well, like it's a process. Like we don't want to start thinking about our processes right now, new compositions right now. We take things task by task. Like as of right now, we have to push the album, so we practice this. वो composition field में आ जाएगा. वो like new riff ऐसा by mistake आ जाएगा. जिसे आता है वो खुद से वो रेवलेशन होता रहेगा न्यू म्यूजिक का. बट right now what we are looking for is to try to push this album